Okay, in today's video, I wanted to look at a specific amp which I think is quite unique, quite interesting. These videos are brought to you by G66 UK, which is the place to grab your FM3, your FM9, or your FX3 with no waitlist and with a UK service centre and no import charges. Today, I wanted to cover this amp here, which is Dweezil Zappa's Bassman. So let's just pair it with this one, 2x12 65 bass guide. That makes most sense, I think, and I'll do that twice so that we've got two mics on it. We'll go with dynamic. So Dweezil's bass guide, this is actually, as you can see, a modified Bassman. So this is the second channel of a Bassman, which was modified by Blankenship according to Yex Amp Guide, and doesn't have, bass treble. Let's just hear how it sounds. So that's with like a bridge pickup split on a PRS DGT. I think you'd be thinking, yeah, that doesn't really sound like a Bassman per se, but I think a really cool. So definitely a drivey kind of channel. So let's look at some other options. So I think definitely we'd be thinking about using that for my drives, but we got bass guide normal, bass guide bass, so we got the normal and the bass channel. Obviously these are going to be a bit more traditional. Some of my favorite tones. Listen to just how glassy that is. Glass E. That's with the bright on, obviously. Just perfect. It's like you don't need a compressor with that. It's just right where it needs to be already. Let's stick on a stereo tape. So I think that would be my clean, right? So 4 could be like glassy, pushed, and here will involve a drive. And for this kind of tone, I'm thinking that a tube screamer could work really well. A Zen drive could also work really well. A Blues OD could work really well. Probably a lot of things could work really well. Sunrise Splendor high cut could work really well. Let's try that. Though this is a new version of the Blues Breaker from JHS, right? That could do nicely for that. Let's just take the delay mix down slightly. So that could work. I just think it's really perfect as it is. As we up the gain, I think it even really driven the 65 Bassman. Has such an awesome tone. I think that needs to be an option for me here if I'm going to be exploring what this does well. So 3.7 is where I had it. We'll copy this to for this, then just let's goose that boy. Take the level down over here. Okay, so we got Glassy pushed. Glassy cranked, just straightforward Glassy. So for this one here, let's try and maybe have a bit of the rhythm chunk. So I'm going to get rid of that, and we'll start with the 65, the Dweezil, because I think this could be better for our kind of more. Cool, so that's pretty straightforward as well, right? So I think just for me, it all seems to be working in like a bit of a sweet spot. Kick on the drive. To thicken it up if you need. And then, I guess, scene 2. Also, it might be worth checking out. I think Dweezil Zappa does have a gift of tone, which I'd suggest that would be a really good thing to check out if you're into Dweezil's playing, or into seeing what he's done with his model, how he actually uses it. That'd be interesting, I think. So we can listen to what this negative feedback thing does. So let's just try and balance the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful amp models. You know, the normal Blackface stuff cranked or just push. And then I could go into my output and scene levels and just... What I'm going to do is have scene 3 come up a smidge. Scene 5 come up a smidge. Those would be like lead. Scene 1, just a straightforward rhythm. Scene 2, lead. If you're looking for something that is a bit more refined, then maybe a mid-60s Blackface style amp is not the way to go. But I think you could consider going into your input EQ, and you could introduce like extra definition. If you're looking for something that doesn't fart out so much. So I think, I don't know, definitely some of my favourite amp models there in the Fractal world. I just think it's a beautiful, beautiful sound. You've also got Dweezil Zappa's amp in there, which is a great option for something kind of similarly voiced, but that's going to give you a bit more of that chunk. You know, a little bit more on the way to kind of Marshall territory, but kind of a really good partner with these other models. So let me know if you're... I definitely am. It's going to sound beautiful with the Strat, I reckon. I'll drop this up into the folder. Let's call this JC Bassman Options. Relatively straightforward preset that you could dial in yourself, but I think just really sitting exactly where I want those sounds to be, which is really nice. I should revisit this model more often, I think. You've also got the Bass Guy bass channel. It was, I think, initially a bass amp, but normal works really nicely for this. I'll catch you in another video soon. Cheers for stopping by.